Hi dear children, here I have come up with my second video. Today I am going to discuss about the statement of cash flows. As you all know, in addition to the statement of comprehensive income and the statement of financial position, most of the businesses are preparing a statement of cash flows. Why do we prepare the cash flow statements? Cash is the blood of the business. Therefore, it's very important to have an idea about the cash inflows and the outflows of the business to make the proper decisions. The purpose of making cash flow statement is to provide information about the cash receipts, cash payment, and the net change in the cash resulting from the operating, investing, and financing activities of a company during the period. The last part is very important: operating, investing, and financing activities of a company during the period. Normal business activities we can be classified into three main categories: operating activities, investing activities, and financing activities. Operating activities. Under this, we record cash effects of all the transactions that create revenue and expenses in general operating activities. Simply, the day-to-day business activities are operating activities. Examples: paying salaries, selling goods, purchasing goods, paying other expenses go under operating activities. Investing activities. Cash effects of all the activities involved in long-term uses. Here we deal with property, plant and equipment and other investments. Financing activities. Under this we record cash effects of all the transactions which related to finance the business, long-term and short-term both. Issuing shares, issuing debentures, paying dividends will come under this. And you know children, there are two main methods to prepare the cash flow statements: direct method and the indirect method. But in your syllabus, they pay more attention to the indirect method. Therefore, in this video too, I hope to discuss further about the indirect method. By preparing cash flow statements, you will get answers for very important questions. Where did the cash come from during the period? What was the cash used for during the period? What was the change in the cash balance during the period? Answers for these questions are very important to manage efficiently the cash balances of the business. Okay children, let's move to an example. In this example, I have given you the details of 2018 and 2019 statement of financial positions, assets, liabilities, equity, and there are some additional informations. And this side, there's a format of the cash flow statements. I'm going to use indirect method to make this cash flow statement. And when you look at this, you may find out I have divided this cash flow statement into three main groups: cash flows from operating activities. This is where I'm going to record operating activities of the business. Cash flows from the investing activities. This is where I'm going to record the investing activities of the business. And cash flows from the financing activities. This is where I'm going to record the financing activities of the business. To start the indirect method, you know, you have to find out the net income or the net profit of the business. Now you have a doubt how to find out the net income or the net profit of the business from the statement of financial position. There is no way to find. Then just look at the additional information. They must have given you the net profit separately. Last adjustments, they say there was a 38,300 credit to retain earning for the net income. That means the current year net income or the net profit is 38,300. I take that figure. Then I move to the current assets. Accounts receivables. Opening balance was 1,000. Closing balance is 2,000. There is a 1,000 increasement. In this side, I have shown you the changes of the working capital, how it works. Current assets increasements we consider as the cash outflows. Current assets decreasements we consider as the cash inflow. Current liabilities increasements we consider as the cash inflow. Current liabilities decreasement we consider as the cash outflow. Now here accounts receivable is a current asset. There is an increasement 1,000. Current asset increasement is an outflow. Therefore I record it here. Under operating activities, increasement of accounts receivables 1,000. This is done. Next, supplies. Opening balance was 500, closing balance was 100. Change is 400. There is a decreasement. Current asset decreasement we consider as the cash inflow. Therefore I record it here. Decreasement of supplies 400. This is also done. Investments. Investments we can't record under operating activities. Therefore, I leave that figure and I move to the accounts payable. Accounts payable. Current liabilities. Opening balance 3,000. Closing balance 2,000. Decreasement 1,000. Current liabilities decreasement is an outflow. Current liabilities decreasement is an outflow. Decreasement of accounts payable 1,000. Accrued expenses. Opening balance 2,000. Closing balance 2,500. Increasement 500. Current liabilities increasement is an inflow. Increasement of accrued expenses 500. Next, dividends payable. Dividends payable also current liability, but we can't record it under operating activities. Therefore, I leave that figure and I move to the additional information. First one, the investments were sold for 95,000 cash. When I look at my statement of financial position, investment opening balance was 70,000, but there was no closing balance. That means we have sold the investments for 95,000. We received cash 95,000. We received cash 95,000. Therefore, I add that to my cash flow statement. Sales of investment. Cash inflow 95,000. Dear children, you have to be very careful in this point. 70,000 worth investments you have sold for 95,000. 70,000 worth investments you have sold for 95,000. When you sell these investments, you got 25,000 profit. That 25,000 profit you must have included to this balance when you prepare the statement of comprehensive income. Therefore, I must remove that from your profit. Therefore, gain from the investment, I must subtract 25,000. Did you understand, children, how I calculated this 25,000? Your balance was investment balance was 70,000. We have sold it for 95,000. Difference between these two 25,000. That was a profit. That profit I must have added to this. Therefore, I have to remove this 25,000 from my profit. Okay. Second, equipment and land were purchased for cash. Equipment and land purchased for cash. This is done. Land. There was no opening balance, but 60,000 closing balance is there. That means we have purchased a land. And the next adjustment, they say the equipment and land were purchased for cash. So we must have spent cash to purchase the land. Purchase of land under investing activities 60,000. This is done. And equipment too. Opening balance 102,000, closing balance 158,000. We have purchased equipment 56,000. We sold them for cash. Purchase of equipment 56,000 cash outflows. And this is also done. Next adjustment. There were no disposal of equipment during the year. That is very important to find out my depreciations. Now, depreciation opening balance was 50,000, closing balance is 58,000. That means we have depreciated my asset in this year for 8,000. Current year depreciation is 8,000. This 8,000 I must have deducted from my profit when I prepare my statement of comprehensive income. Therefore, what should I do? I have to add that 8,000 to my profit. Depreciation. $8,000. Next adjustment. Retained earnings was debited for 50,000 for dividend declared. This word is very important. Declared. They don't say that they have paid this 50,000. They have declared. So when I look at my dividend payable account, there is an opening balance 700 and closing balance 500. Declared amount is 50,000. Therefore, I have to find out actually how much I have paid during this year. I work out here 700 was the opening balance, declared 50,000. The total should be 50,700, but there is a payable balance 500 end of the year. Therefore, actually we have paid 50,200. Dividends paid. Under financing activities 50,200. Is it clear, children, how I calculated? Opening balance was payable, opening balance was 700, declared 50,000, total should be 50,700. I have there's another payable amount, closing payable amount 500. Therefore, actually I have paid 50,200 during the year from cash. I record it as cash outflow of the financing activities. Dividend payable. Okay. Debentures. Opening balance 20,000, closing balance 45,000, 25,000 increasement. We have issued debentures and we received cash. Under financing activities, debentures, cash inflow 25,000. Share capital opening 90,000, closing 110,000, increasement 20,000. We have issued shares For 20,000 during the year, we received cash 20,000. We should not worry about the retained earnings as we have taken 38,300 at the beginning. Okay, now we have put all the figures to my cash flow statements. Now we will work out and see whether we can find out the closing balance. Here there are three figures. $8,900 inflow, outflow is 27,000. So now I want to find out the net cash flow from the operating activities. To find it, 38,300 plus 8,900, because both are inflows but this one is outflow, therefore I deduct that amount. Net cash flow from operating activities 20,200. Cash flow from the investing activities 95,000 was the inflow. There are two figures here, 60,000 plus 56,000, 116,000 outflow. Net cash flow from investing activities 95,000 minus 116,000. There's a net cash outflow 21,000. Net cash flow from investing activities. Cash flows from financing activities. There are two figures, 25,000 plus 20,000, 45,000 inflow and 50,200 outflow. Net cash flow from financing activities 45,000 minus 50,200, 5,200. Now this is the net cash flow from operating activities, net cash flow from investing activities, net cash flow from financing activities. Now I want to find out the actual increasement or the decreasement of the year. 20,200 plus 21,000 outflow plus 5,200 outflow, 6,000 outflow. Then the beginning cash balance is in 2018 50,000. Cash end of the year 44,000. This is the answer we got. Now if you have extracted figures properly to your cash flow statement, you will find out the 44,000 as a closing balance. Now children, it's very clear. Now step by step I explain you how I extracted figures to the cash flow statement. Now the tips what I have to give you: when you prepare the cash flow statement in indirect method, you have to have a proper idea about the working capital changes. This is very important. Current assets increasement we consider as the cash outflow. Current assets decreasement we consider as cash inflow. Current liabilities increasement we consider as cash inflow. Current liabilities decreasement we consider as cash outflow. That is very important. You have to keep this in your mind, and you have to recognize separately operating activities, investing activities, and the financing activities. Okay children, this is indirect method. Direct methods mostly we are not using in your syllabus, and I hope to come with my next video very soon. Thank you very much.